Hi, my name's Donna. I'm an e-specialist with Jacksonville Public Library. Today's class is going to be Smartphone Secrets. Hey Google, ask Siri. Let's get started. In today's class, we're going to look at several ways your device's personal assistant can help you. I'll be showing Android and Apple device views. Please remember, your mileage may vary. The icons you see on your device may not look like the icons I show. Hopefully, this class will get you comfortable enough to touch the buttons you aren't sure of, to see what options you get. You don't have to change anything, just look around. We're going to be looking at setting up Google and Siri, asking Google and Siri for help, and some extras that you can review at home. By the end of the class, everyone will know more about their device's personal assistant. So, personal assistants, the setup. We're going to look at Android devices first. Google says that its assistant can perform over 1 million actions. These are just a few. If you look at this and think, where do I start? That's what we're about to learn today. Okay, so Android devices, Hey Google or OK Google. Your device will determine which you have and what settings you have to control the assistant. On an Android device, to look at some of the settings you can adjust, you need to find the Google app and touch it to open it. Now this image shows the Chrome app. Also, notice it's not the one you want. If you don't have a Google app, you can go to the Google Play Store, that's your app store, and see about getting the Google app. Now, once you have the Google app versus the Chrome app, once you have the Google app and you touch it to open, you're going to look in the bottom right for More. And you're going to want to touch that button to open up and give you Settings. Now, when you see Settings, you're going to want to touch on Settings. And inside Settings, you're going to be looking for an option that says Voice. Notice on this screen, you have some other setting choices you can browse through. General, Notifications, Interests, Google Assistant. We'll look at some of those in just a few minutes. This image, you have a few choices inside Google Voice: language, hide offensive words, voice match, Bluetooth, audio recording, allow Bluetooth requests with device locked. Lots of different choices inside of it. This next image, here, the Google Assistant and Hey Google are already on. The device is actively listening for that phrase to perform a command or action. The first time you turn on Hey Google or OK Google, the device will prompt you with several repetitions of phrases to learn your voice. You'll be told when it is ready to be used, so watch the screen and follow the prompts. Voice model. If your device has a hard time understanding you, come here to retrain the assistant to your voice. Again, watch the screen for prompts. If you want your assistant to access your email, calendar, contacts, and more, you can turn it on and off here under personalization. So don't be afraid, look around. Now let's take a look at some of the other settings I mentioned before. General. Have you ever wondered why Google is guessing when you're typing what you're looking for? There's a button you can turn off so it will not do that. Autocomplete with trending searches. Notifications has the most choices to look through, but this will help the assistant get to know you. This will allow for more information you're interested in getting to you. So take a look. Interests. You have a choice of your interests and hidden. I had nothing hidden, so I touched on your interests. Note, places you follow. If this is on, your name, photo, and any info on your Maps public profile will be visible to businesses you follow. Based on your activity, each can be hidden from discovery if you choose. The last setting we will look at is Google Assistant. Notice there are 4 tabs you can browse through: You, Assistant, Services, and Home. When you get this PowerPoint, take a look at your settings. This is not to overwhelm you with all of your choices, but to inform you they are there. It's okay to poke around in them, touch the buttons. You don't have to make any changes, just look. But if you do make any changes, remember what you did. In case you change something, then wonder, why are you not getting stock quotes automatically? Maybe you turned that button off. So we're going to look at Apple and Hey Siri or just Siri. If your device is newer, it will have the Hey Siri option. If you want to use Hey Siri, you will need to do a little setup. To get to Siri's settings on your device, you want to look for your Settings app. It's going to look like this gear or cog. You want to touch it to open, and then you're going to need to scroll down the page and look for Siri and search. When you see that and touch it, you're going to be inside Siri's settings. Now, this device has Listen for Hey Siri turned on. That means this device is always listening for that phrase. When it hears it, it will do what you ask of it. If you have the Hey Siri choice on your device and want to use it, the first time you turn it on, you will have some phrases to repeat for Siri to learn your voice. Follow the on-screen prompts. Notice that press home for Siri is turned off. If this was on, when you press and hold on your home button, Siri asks what she can do for you. Many users have done that by mistake. When pressing the home button, they press a bit too long and activate Siri when they didn't mean to. You can alter Siri's voice. This one is set for Australian accent with a male voice. Take a look around to see what choices you have. There are quite a few. Let's look at some of Siri's actions. The phrase, Hey Siri, was spoken, and Siri responded with, I'm here. Now notice the line at the bottom. It's a visual tip that is Siri, and it shows he's still listening, so I could continue with what I want him to do. Siri was asked to search for Jacksonville Public Library. Siri responded with, here's what I found, and results are under. The action was completed. Notice the circle at the bottom, another visual tip. This symbol is for when Siri is not listening. If you want him to do more, you have to say the phrase, Hey Siri, again. This image is from saying, Hey Siri, send a text to Sarah, which responds with, what do you want to say? Notice at the bottom, the line, so Siri is still listening. This action was not completed. If you had multiple Sarahs in your contacts, you would have to be more specific about who you want to text. If you have contacts entered with nicknames, you need to say the nicknames. This last image shows, Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Siri responded with, okay, 10 minutes and counting, and is not listening any longer. The action was completed. Right? Some extras that you can get into. Your Google Assistant can be used on more than a smartphone. You can build a smart house piece by piece. Your home could be 100 years old, but you can add smart features. It's also built to keep your information private, safe, and secure. So as you're shopping, going about life, maybe you buy some new speakers for the living room. You want to be able to sit in your easy chair and listen to your music. You can, with a new speaker, check the box when you buy it to see, does it offer an app where you can control that speaker through your smartphone? If so, you're building a smart house. Some other extras with Androids. There's a link here for your operating system, a link for Android support. This is going to be device specific. So if you have a Samsung, there's a link for Samsung support, LG support. It's a great list of different Android support systems. There's also a link here for Hey or OK Google. When you go to a browser and start doing search for help, sometimes you're not sure of what you get and where is that information coming from. So these links are going to be directly from support at Google, except for the first one, which is Wikipedia. That one is just some interesting information about operating system versions from Android. You can notice on those, they're all named after something sweet. Now, some helpful hints and tips for Apple users. The Siri can be used on more than just a smartphone. You can use this also to build a smart house piece by piece. When you buy a new item, check if there's an app to see if you can add it and then control it with your personal assistant. I helped my daughter recently install some under cabinet LED lights. The box told us about the app that would control them. I found that pretty cool. It was using the lights to keep the cat off the counters, so very cool. Siri is also designed to protect your information and enable you to choose what you want to share. Some Apple extras, support help from Apple on Siri, some help from Apple for sending pictures, and some help from Apple on the Apple device specifically. Thank you for joining us today.